This incredible footage was taken in the spring of 1944 in Romania. It fits in well with the Grossdeutschland videos from this time period and location. It's not only interesting because of its raw combat content. A member of the mortar crew even seems to be interacting with you. At the end of this video, we'll see Soviet footage and then part 3 of the Panzergrenadier training film. After being involved in the heavy defensive fighting around Kirowograd during February, the Panzergrenadier division Grossdeutschland was pulled back to the west and took up positions in Moldova around Chrisinau. It's noteworthy that the division was officially classified as a Panzergrenadier division because, in actuality, it had a larger allotment of tanks than most panzer divisions. Thanks to my Patreon supporters, I'm able to start introducing more quality primary sources into the videos. This, for example, is from a complete 1944 collection from the German newspaper Illustrierte Beobachter, which was an illustrated propaganda magazine that the Nazi Party published from 1926 until the end of the war. This one is from March 30th of 1944. The photo montage to the left shows the stark progression of a combat engagement on the vast Russian steppe with a solitary Soviet tank. You can almost hear the howling wind. The caption states that this Soviet tank crew is climbing out of their heavily smoking tank after hitting a mine. They are clearly seen running to take cover in the isolated hut and are easily taken prisoner. This tank buster waits under cover for just the right moment when the Soviet tank moves in close. In the photo to the right, with the magnetic charge in hand, he springs over to attack the tank. The cameraman watches the work of the tank buster as he manages to reach the T-34 and attach the magnetic charge. The huge explosion shakes the ground and completely destroys the T-34. There's always a disconnect between the experience of regular soldiers like these and that of commissioned officers. The guests at this party are a mixture of Germans and Romanians. To the left is a German, and to the right, a Romanian. Of course, the defenseless civilians usually suffer the most. Here we are, back with the war correspondent who has managed to get his own office space. As soon as March 8th, the situation in the region became unstable as the Soviets encroached in the northern Ukraine into Northern Bucovina. Although there was a sizable Romanian population, the Romanians decided to pull back, and by March 24th, it had been completely overrun. This footage provides a complete overview of a carefully prepared mortar position. It contains views from different angles of their trench system, a damaged building that they used for sighting their fire support, and the dugout mortar position. It's through this window that he'll be filming the combat scenes. Also filmed was the air support that they are receiving, and later on we even get a view of the target area and effect of their mortar shots. An important difference between footage from newsreels and private or raw footage is that official material is censored and edited to create a specific narrative. Even modern documentaries tend to fall into this trap. For my Patreon supporters, you can log into your account on military1945.com and you will have access to more of this footage. If you are not yet a member, please consider becoming one. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Next to come under pressure was Transnistria, the area in East Moldova lying between the Dniester and the Bug rivers, which the Soviets took easily. The Romanian troops retreated back into Bessarabia, where they were determined to fight. After all, control of the region had been the reason that Romania had entered the war in 1941. If you haven't yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is the third video covering Grossdeutschland in Romania in 1944, and there will be at least 2 more. There's plenty more original footage that you almost certainly have never seen before. This Soviet footage covers the advance into western Ukraine and on into Moldova in 1944. In newsreels, it was important for the Soviet propagandists to show Ukrainian Cossacks charging at the front to liberate their own lands from the occupying fascists. The Soviets were less shy about showing dead enemy soldiers and the horrors of war. Obviously, the uncensored films can't be shown here. And now, here's part 3 of that 1944 Panzergrenadier training film.
Oberleutnant Kehl hat im Bereitstellungsraum der Eingreifreserve sofort den Erkundungstrupp zusammengestellt und gibt seine Befehle. Anfertigen einer Skizze nach Karte. Mitnahme von Leuchtpfeilen zur Wegemarkierung bei Nacht. Leutnant Pfister hat seinen Vertreter Unteroffizier Heller mitgebracht. Während der Feldwebel Wegener den erkundeten Anmarschweg in der Skizze festzuhalten hat, ist der Obergefreite Peter als Melder mit der Markierung des erkundeten Weges im Gelände beauftragt. Das weiße Holz der angeschlagenen Bäume lässt auch auf weite Entfernung die Schneise erkennen. Bei Benutzung dieser Schneise als Annäherungsweg ist Wegeverbesserung notwendig. Entsprechende Befehle müssen vom Führer der Eingreifreserve rechtzeitig gegeben werden.
Da, Peter, hast du auch eine. Ich glaube, die da drüben haben was gegen uns.
Wegner, Oberleutnant, zeigen Sie mal die Skizze. Ich gehe mit Leutnant Pfister zum Kompaniechef. Sie warten mit den anderen hier auf mich.
Jawohl, Herr Oberleutnant, wir warten. Alles hier rumkommen.
Donnerwetter, ganzer Zug 2 Gruppen feuern.
Na, liegt das Feuer gut?
Wollen Sie mal durchsehen, Herr Oberleutnant?
Sagen Sie, wo ist denn Ihr Kompaniechef?
Immer denselben Graben lang, etwa 100 Meter weiter, Herr Oberleutnant.
Verbindungsaufnahme mit dem Chef der 6. Kompanie.
Näher als 400 nicht herankommen, aber er hält dauernd Verstärkung. Feindpanzer sind nicht wieder aufgetreten.
Ja.
Wenn Sie uns helfen müssen, was ich zwar nicht annehme, dann können Sie am besten vollkommen und durch dieses Waldstück gedeckt dem angreifenden Feind überraschend in die Flanke stoßen.
Ausgezeichnet. Dabei können Sie mich mit Ihrem Panzerjäger durch Feuer vom Wald nördlich der Straße nach Simonovice unterstützen.
Außerdem habe ich noch 2 SMG beiderseits des Teiches eingesetzt, die die Mulde aus der Tiefe mit ihrem Feuer beherrschen. Als Annäherungsweg empfehle ich nicht den von Ihnen begangenen, sondern hier. Schneise. Dann vermeiden Sie den versumpften Graben.
Danke Ihnen. Ich gehe jetzt mit meinem Erkundungstrupp gleich diesen Weg zurück, bis ich auf die Straße nach Simonovice stoße.